Welcome to Wednesday's Financial News Review, presented by Centrifex, a multi-award-winning Forex broker. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest financial news.
Alibaba stock rose 2.6% on Tuesday, closing at $138.55, driven by renewed investor optimism around Chinese tech stocks in anticipation of stronger earnings momentum. The Nikkei index traded below $41,900 on Wednesday, giving up prior gains and mirroring Wall Street's retreat due to economic uncertainties and renewed trade tensions. Gold held above $3,535 per ounce on Wednesday, hovering at record highs, supported by expectations of U.S. monetary easing and a flight to safety amid broader political and economic risks. The Japanese yen weakened toward 149 per dollar on Wednesday, touching a one-month low, as political uncertainty pressured the currency. In early September, Bitcoin surged to around $110,900, lifted by growing expectations of a Federal Reserve rate cut and a weakening U.S. dollar, which fueled demand for risk assets. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 1:30 a.m., Australia to release the gross domestic product growth rate for the second quarter, following 0.2% in the first quarter of 2025. At 2 p.m., the number of job openings in the U.S. is expected to decrease, after reaching 7,400,000 in June. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the factory orders of July, following -4.8% in June. Tomorrow's major economic events. At 1:30 a.m., Australia to release the balance of trade for July, following over $5 billion Australian dollars in June. At 12:30 p.m., the balance of trade in Canada is expected to decrease, after reaching a trade deficit of almost $6 billion Canadian dollars in June. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the Services Purchasing Managers Index of August, following 50.1 in July.
And that's it for today's Market News Roundup, presented by Centrifex. Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow for more financial news.